Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, and on this channel we talk all things budgeting, cash stuffing, sinking funds, and savings challenges. So today we are going to be setting up our budget for the month of March. I'm going to try and do this a little bit different than I have been. I will be changing some things up this month, so I thought what a perfect time to just go ahead and kind of go over how I set up my budget and make this a little bit more beginner friendly. So if you're new to cash stuffing, new to budgeting, this will be a good video for you to check out. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so we are gonna open up our bullet journal over here. I've got everything kind of started up for us. Now, when you are first starting out your budget, the most important thing to go ahead and start with is writing out all of your bills. That's what I do at the beginning. I write out all my bills and start from there. So, I also like to write my starting balance for the account that all of my bills are going to come out of. Now, I am a month ahead on all of my bills. So at the beginning of the month, I do have enough in there to pay for all my bills for the month. So my starting balance for my account is going to be $3,462.17 for the month of March. Now, if you are not a month ahead on your bills, you can get there. You don't have to be. I understand as a beginner, I did not always have that in my account at the beginning of the month. So don't get discouraged by that. One day you'll get there too, and eventually I would like to be a few months ahead on my bills. So first things first is let's write out all the bill amounts. So my mortgage is $1,447.24. I have a few HOA fees. I do own a condo. So I've got one for $56, another one for $191.65, which is pretty much for my cable and internet. And then I have another one for $245. Next up is going to be my water bill. My water bill is every other month. It is $156.44 for the past 2 months. And now my T-Mobile bill for my cell phone is $216.11. I do have a PayPal credit account, and right now the minimum payment on that is $71.50. And this is the minimum amount that, so I will not be charged interest. And I can go over that more in detail later. Next up is going to be my electric bill, which is a little bit lower this month. It is $56.29. My gas bill, which has gone up because we had some very cold days. We are at $125.59 for gas this month. Next up is my car loan, and I just paid $250 towards that. It is a little bit more than the minimum payment. Next up is going to be the remainder of my cable bill. This is just for like the boxes and stuff for my cable. That's separate than my HOA fees, and that's going to be $31.18. Next is going to be our car insurance for me and my husband's cars, and that is $109.50. And my husband does have a motorcycle, so his bike insurance is separate than that, so it is $12.33 per month. And then my only actual credit card is going to be $425, and that again is more than the minimum payment, but that's the minimum payment that I like to do on that account. So adding all this up, my monthly expenses are $393.83. So that's where I start. You're gonna have all of your bills add up. Next on my sheet here, I like to write down my expected income for the month. So my husband, his income is pretty set in stone. Very rarely he'll work some overtime and get a little bit extra, but he brings in usually about $3,194 per month. I, on the other hand, am a server. My income fluctuates month to month, week to week, day to day. We never know what I'm bringing in. But based on past month, so February, and based on what my income looked like last March, because I do go ahead and track all of my tips and such, I'm assuming I'm going to bring in roughly $3,000 this month. So total for the two of us is going to be $6,194 roughly. So my husband's income does get direct deposited into the account that pays for all of our bills. Now this month is a little bit higher because of that water bill and the PayPal bill that is now in there. But most of the time his income will pay all of this. So I don't usually have to deposit my income in here for like bills and stuff. But that's going to change up a little bit this month. So next thing I do, and I've been doing this, I did it in February, I have kind of decided to do my income for the cash stuffing portion of our income. So last month I did a percentage base and it really worked for me. So the percentages that I chose last month, I did 60% for like my cash envelopes, and then I did the other 40% of my income for my sinking funds and my savings challenges. And it worked out well for me. Now this month I am changing it up a little bit. I am going to be doing, I'm changing it up, and the reason for it is my income has shown in the past to start increasing in March. So my goal is to increase the amount I'm putting into my sinking funds and savings challenges for the percentage basis. So for this month, I am going to be doing 55% instead of the 60 into my cash envelopes. Now this month, instead of lumping sinking funds and savings challenges together for the percentage, I'm actually splitting them up. And I'm hoping that it's going to work out. So for sinking funds this month, we are going to be doing 30% of my income. And for savings challenges, that's going to leave out 15%. Now, if you are new to budgeting, this might not work out for you right away. And if you don't have a variable income, it just might not work out for you. I do this because with a variable income, it just makes sense. Like my income changes, so doing a percentage of my income kind of helps me make sure that I am putting enough into savings, especially the weeks that I'm bringing in more money. If you kind of know what you're bringing in, you can do a little bit more of a set number and not have to worry about the percentages. So let's move on from that. So you're going to look at all of your bills, all of your income, and figure out after paying your bills what you have left. And what you have left, you are going to be using for your cash envelopes, your sinking funds, and any savings challenges you want to do. When you move over to the cash envelopes, I have my cash envelope categories written out here. You can use these same categories. You can use different categories. You're going to do whatever works for you and your budget. But for cash envelopes, you're going to want to think about things that are expenses that are past your bills that you spend every month. So for me, I do have a bills category here, and that is just for the little extra because this is higher than my husband's income. I will be throwing in a little bit of extra money into our bill account this month. I don't always use that envelope, but it's here for this month because we have a little bit higher of expenses. Another thing that I use is subscriptions. I do have a couple monthly subscriptions that come out of our credit card, as well as yearly subscriptions. So I leave those in my cash envelope. My husband's gym membership also is on our credit card, and that comes out bi-weekly. So I use that in our cash envelopes. And then you've got normal things like groceries, gas. This is personal spending money for me and my husband, pet care, health, dining, fun, because you have to plan to enjoy yourself. You've got to live your life, guys. And then miscellaneous for anything that you don't plan for. So I go through here and let's see, for March, we are looking about, I'm going to bring in about $700 a week. Okay. So at $700 a week for my cash envelopes, I am doing 55%, which comes out to roughly $385. For bills, I'm going to do about $25 a week. So let's see, let me put this out here so you can see. So $25 a week will be coming out for bills. So we now have $360 to work with. Subscriptions will always be $15. That is what I have figured out between my yearly and monthly subscriptions that we need to put in there to pay those all. My husband's gym membership is $19 every 2 weeks. So I put $10 in there every week, and the extra remaining dollar just rolls over, and that'll help pay his yearly fees. Next up is groceries. Now, groceries is going to vary based on where you live, how big your family is. So again, these are my numbers, but figure out what works best for you. For groceries, I would look at maybe your past couple months of spending at grocery stores, add it all up, and kind of see where you fall to figure out what's best for your grocery budget. It is just me and my husband, and we spend roughly $150 a week on groceries. So after those, we are left with $185. Gas. Y'all, gas prices have been going up, and it's driving me crazy. We are going to be doing $50 for groceries, for gas for this month. 40 seems to be working out okay for us, but I'm just going to do 50 and hope that it works out, because they are at this point gonna start going up even more. I can just feel it. Next up is going to be me and my husband's spending, and this is our personal spending, and we each get $25 a week. Pet care is going to be getting $20 a week. And health is going to be getting $25 a week. All right, so we have $40 left to work with. So I'm going to do $30 for dining, and then $5 for miscellaneous and fun. All right, and that is everything. So that comes out to the total, what did I say it was? $385, I believe it was. Yeah, $385. Okay, and those are my cash envelopes. Now, I am changing up my budget system this month. So I am not going to be writing out my sinking funds. I can give you some ideas for sinking funds. Sinking funds, I do like car down payments, a good one that I use, car maintenance, electronics, home, gifts is a good sinking funds, retirement, date night, emergency savings. So if you're new, those are good ones to start with. So if you've watched my videos before, you know I usually just break it down into the cash envelopes and then all the sinking funds, and I have a couple savings challenges thrown in there. Well, I'm changing it up, y'all. I am going to be adding in more savings challenges. I think it's going to help me feel motivated to put more into savings and to stop spending so much. So I will be doing another video on that. I'm still waiting for a couple new binders to come in and fun things that I bought on Etsy, but I did want to show you something that I did. So y'all know I am saving up for a Disney vacation. I'm taking my mom and my husband to Disney World next January. And if you have been to Disney, you know it's not cheap. And there are a lot of different things that going into planning out a Disney vacation. I mean, you've got the tickets for the theme parks, you've got your resort, you've got all your dining and your souvenirs and all the other, random things that go along with a Disney vacation. So I am making up a savings challenge book for Disney. So I came out with these cute little cards that I'm going to put into my envelopes. I've got one for the theme park, the resorts, dining, drinks, because it's going to be an all-adult trip. I've got one for snacks, because, Disney snacks are life. Souvenirs, we do plan on doing the Disney Memory Maker for all the photo pass options because we like to take lots of pictures. And then even for extra experiences, last time we went, me and my husband did a firework party where you got to, sit down and have drinks and watch the fireworks from like a specific spot. And that was really nice. But yeah, aren't these like super cute? I am obsessed with them and I can't wait to start up this new savings challenge. So that's why I haven't written any of that out yet. I'm still kind of tweaking it and seeing how I want, but that's what's great about budgeting. You can change it when you need to change it. Don't feel like you have to stick to something. You can try out something new each month even if you want, until you find out what works for you. Like this is new. I haven't done this every month, but I am so far liking this for my budget. Now this might not work for you. It might. So when working on your budget, just make sure you are doing what's right for you and your family. And don't be scared to try something new because you never know what might work for your family. Well, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Stay tuned for my video setting up all these new savings challenges. I have a few more that I will be doing that is not Disney related, but I did want to share those with you today. I hope y'all have a good day, a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.